Hey guys, it's Faith. Today I'm going to be talking about anxiety because I feel like it's not talked about enough and I want to shed some light on different types of anxiety. Again, I am not a counselor. I cannot make any diagnosis. I just want to help some people out who might be struggling. First off, anxiety can come in a lot of different forms. Panic attacks can come in many different forms, and anxiety often branches off to other things, such as there is anxiety linked depression, there's anxiety linked OCD. Some people have panic attacks and they'll cry. Some people have panic attacks and they will just get super silent and you won't even know they're having a panic attack. It could just be so inward and they would just be sitting there silently. Some people get really mad when they have panic attacks and will freak out, will possibly get violent. The best things that you can do if you're with someone that's experiencing a panic attack is, first of all, some people understand that some people like to be hugged and some people don't. And if they say please don't touch me, it's nothing against you, is that they already feel really enclosed in on themselves and they don't want to cry, because some people cry when they get hugged, or they just need their space. Just make sure that you respect that, because not everyone will want a hug when they're having a breakdown. Another thing is, if you notice someone who's being particularly quiet, or maybe you notice that they are anxious, don't call them out for it in front of a group of people, because that makes them it makes people feel uncomfortable when they're called out. It's just like when the teacher asks a question, no one raises their hand, and then you're picked to answer the question. Similar feeling. It's not a fun thing to go through. Don't put people down who have anxiety. They can't. It's not something they can control. It's not a card in any way, shape, or form. Don't ever tell someone, oh, don't play the anxiety card, because that hurts. I've been told that before by staff at a school, and it's hurtful. It makes you feel like you're not worth it, like your mental illness isn't a real thing, and it makes you not want to talk about your feelings. Also, another thing that you can do is just allow them to speak and listen to what they have to say. Listen, even if it sounds dramatic to you, because for me personally, when I have panic attacks, I get really dramatic and say things that I don't mean. Don't say, oh, you're being really dramatic. Just sit there and listen and say, I'm sorry that you're feeling like this, or is there anything I can do to help you? Because that means a lot to a person. You can feel anxious about something without having an anxiety attack on something. For example, I'm a dancer, so before I go on stage, I get anxious because that's going out and performing in front of a lot of people. But I'm not having an anxiety attack. An anxiety attack is something that's a lot bigger than just feeling thoughts and feelings of anxiety. If you are feeling anxious, some things that are really, really important to remember is, I know you probably hear this a lot, it's just remember to breathe. Take in 3 deep breaths, hold it for 5 seconds, and then exhale for 3 seconds. Another thing that can happen when you're feeling really anxious or having a panic attack is you're not grounded. You don't feel like you're connected to anything. You feel almost like you're floating and you're just not a part of the earth anymore. Another thing to help take you back to that when you're feeling anxious or having an anxiety attack is something that I do called countdown. So basically what you're going to do is 5 things that you can see, 4 things that you can hear, 3 things that you can feel, 2 things that you can smell, and 1 thing that you can taste. And that should help you come back to feeling a little bit calmer, because that should help you come back and feel a little bit more calm, because it's making your mind focus on what's around you instead of what you're feeling internally. For me, how I calm my heartbeat, because sometimes my heart starts racing really fast, is I'll just put a hand on my chest and hold it to my chest and just think, okay, this is real. Your heart is beating fast right now, and I'll just hold it there, and I'll do that as I'm breathing deeply, and slowly that personally helps me calm my heart rate down. Another thing that often happens when you get anxious for some people is not eating. And a lot of people, when they get anxious, can't eat, and then they start losing weight, which is not a healthy thing to be going through, and it can be really dangerous on your body. So what I recommend for that, when you do lose your appetite, which is quite normal for having anxiety, is make yourself eat something small, at least, because the smallest things will make you feel full. When you wake up in the morning, you're feeling anxious, give yourself 15-20 minutes, have a granola bar, have a banana, and then maybe give it an hour, and then have some carrots, or something little that will at least get something in your body. your body needs food to be fueled for the day, and not eating can be really dangerous. Some things that really help my anxiety that I can do by myself is make an anxious playlist. So just really calming music that can just put you in your zone. Do a face mask. Having a nice bath is super helpful. Like the warm water, bubbles, maybe a bath bomb if you have any. Epsom salt can help you a lot. Going for a walk can often help because of the fresh air. The fresh air will help you breathe deeper and just make you feel a little bit more grounded. And remember that the people that are around you love you and want the best for you, and they're there for you if you need them. Don't ever feel like you're alone in your struggles, because I can promise you you're not. So yeah, that is my advice on anxiety. And again, keep going, guys.